So here's my, I guess, encouragement video. I'm gonna have to record it again because it's not, exactly how I'd like to post it. But I was just so encouraged this weekend because I started off this weekend feeling. I was about to cry. I started off this weekend feeling very discouraged, hurt, upset, and just, broken. I was falling into traps of disappointment, self-pity, and just some very lonely and depressive feelings. But, but God, but God. Um, this was Friday, right? Easter weekend. So God started to model for me, like, remind me of Easter weekend. As I started to focus on it, I started thinking about it. I was like, Friday, that day when Jesus was hanging on the cross. I bet you everybody felt like it was over. I bet you everybody felt like it was done. Mary, all his disciples, they probably felt like, what? So devastated to see what's going on to him. And he laid there in the grave, you know. And on that Friday, they must have just been filled with so much discouragement. They must have been discouraged and saddened. But God says that there is a Sunday. They didn't understand that there was a Sunday at the time because they were in Friday. They weren't yet there to Sunday. So I just think about it and I was like, because, this is the exact weekend that, I'm going through all this. So Friday, I'm feeling discouraged. Saturday, he was trying to encourage me. Still feeling a bit discouraged, but he was trying to encourage me. But by Sunday, I realized that Sunday was coming. Sunday, I realized that God was trying to encourage me on Friday because Sunday was coming. And on Sunday, Jesus had rose again, rose up from the dead, never to be dead again, rose up from the grave, never to be dead again. And on that Resurrection Sunday, it was a blessing. So I think about it and I'm like, Mary and all his disciples were feeling discouraged on Friday, but little did they know that Sunday was around the corner and what was going to happen on Sunday was going to be such a blessing. They didn't understand. So I just want to speak to somebody that's in a state of discouragement or, loneliness, despair. Your soul may just feel weary and heavy. Your heart may feel heavy. Your body may feel heavy. You may feel like you want to cry, but it can't come out. That's how I felt. I felt like I wanted to cry, but it just wouldn't come out. I feel like I was weeping on the inside. My body felt so heavy. And it wouldn't come out. And thank the Lord. I didn't know I would thank God for crying, but I just was praying and I just cried and I bawled to God because I was like, thank you. Thank you for Sunday. Because on Friday, I didn't realize it, that there was going to be this Sunday. So I just want to speak to anybody who's feeling lonely, in despair, discouraged, and just, overall just going through it. And I pray that God reminds you that there's a Sunday coming. So you may feel discouraged today. You may feel broken today. And today might just be that Friday for you. But guess what? God says that there's a Sunday coming. So take heart. Be not discouraged. Be not afraid. Be courageous. God calls us to be courageous. Take heart knowing that Sunday is coming. Sunday is coming. And on that Sunday, your joy, your awareness of who He is and what He has done will be heightened. And just God is so good because He used this all on this Easter weekend for me to get something out of it. And sometimes we don't realize it. We don't realize it. When we're on Friday, we don't realize it. We're like, God, why? This hurts. Why? Why me? Why this? Why is this always happening? Why? On that Friday, we feel discouraged and we we're overwhelmed. And we can't see through it to understand why or how it's going to work out or what sense it makes. But now, looking back, I can say, thank you, Jesus, because you knew to do it in this perfect timing. You knew that I was going to be feeling this way on this Easter weekend so that you could use Easter and your resurrection to show me something, to teach me something. When we're going through these stages of discouragement, sometimes we just gotta ask God, what do you want me to learn from this? What do you want me to see? What do you want me to understand? Either way, at the end, you're gonna have to, you're gonna see it. Because I didn't see it at the time. But now I see it and I'm like, wow, God, you're so good because you used what was going on this weekend. You used your resurrection and you used, the Bible, biblical evidence to come through and help me in my time of despair. Right at the right timing. So there's a timing for everything, y'all. But just remember that if you feel like you're in your Friday and all hope feels lost, there is a Sunday coming. And your hope shall be resurrected. So, God bless you. Good night.